What is up, Buffalo fanatics? Z-Bot, Rico. It's Rico and Bot on the pregame show, powered by BetUS. Rico, it's week 18. Can you possibly believe it? I know our Buffalo Bills are going out there with their B squad today, but it's the last opportunity we get to watch them in the regular season. Can you believe we're already at this point? I know I've asked you before, but I can't fathom it.
It's surreal, man. I mean, I remember this time last year, I was like, this season went by. It was a blur. It was done. This one felt like a true 18-game scheduled season. And I can't front. I'm a little sad at the same time because it's one and done. I was talking to my daughter earlier today, and she was talking about playoff talk and all that stuff. And I was like, yeah, this is the last week. Game doesn't really care. It doesn't matter so much. It's the next week that does. And now it's got my nerves back up. Oh, boy.
This is what I try. It's a great point you make. So you were explaining this to your daughter, correct? The one and done situation?
Right.
So Caroline is aware, but I have to reemphasize to her just exactly what that means. Because you can say it's one and done. And unless you truly know what that means. So I had to contextualize it for her. And I said, listen, think about it this way. Think about what Rico and I have done all year long. Yeah. All week, every week, since going back to the draft, right? That all either continues or comes to an end over a 3-week time span in January. And she's like, yeah, I get it, right? Because all we do either keeps rolling on or gets slashed down instantly. And it's really hard when you think about it like that, because all year long, you're just, like you said, I think on the last episode, there's always next week. There's always next week. That's just done in a blink of an eye. And that's what's the beauty of it, Rico. But that's also what's the worst of it, you know?
It sucks, man. And it's coming down to it.
I just got your private chat, by the way. I didn't mean to deafen you if I had that music too loud. Turn it down. I had that music blaring. My bad, everybody, if I blew your speakers out.
All the way up. So it sounds like I'm upset.
I didn't mean to blow your speakers out if I did, everybody.
But that being said, man, listen, it's one and done next week. It's crazy. Yep. And we get to find out who we play. There's a few games that'll determine who the Bills will play. It seems as though if things lined up the way they're supposed to line up, it'll be the Broncos. But if a couple things happen, it could be the Bengals. So watch out.
Why don't we start there before we talk about Bills Patriots? Let's talk about what we saw last night. What we saw was Cincinnati take care of their end of things. We also saw Baltimore shore up the AFC North title. They are guaranteed the 3-spot, meaning the Buffalo Bills will face the Baltimore Ravens, whoever they should get past in the wild card round. Who they will get past, however, is very much up in the air, more than I think I was willing to give credit to. But Cincinnati last night dominates Pittsburgh. And you blink and all of a sudden, oh my God, that ball just bounced off that dude's shoe. And all of a sudden, Pittsburgh, who hasn't done a damn thing all game long, is in position to win this thing.
Watch out.
I was very taken back, Rico, because for about a quarter of that game, Cincinnati looks like a team no one wants to see. And then the rest of the way, they score 10 points on their first 2 possessions. They score 9 points the rest of the way. They almost blew that game. If it wasn't for Pittsburgh, Rico, in my opinion, playing some of the worst offensive ball in the league right now, they probably lost. They probably lose that game, Cincinnati, but they win it. And now they're primed up today. They got to have a couple things happen, as we know, but they did their part.
So based on what you saw last night, I mean, forget about last night's game. Mm-hmm. Prior to, it was like, I do not want to see the Bengals, and I still stand on it. But based on what you saw against the Pittsburgh Steelers, do you still feel that way about that team overall, or are you still on that? I'd rather see the Broncos before I see the Bengals.
Oh, I'd much rather see the Broncos or the Dolphins than the Bengals. You have to remember, I think, with those games, those AFC North games are always, no matter what's going on, the records be damned, they always seem to get weird towards the end. I mean, that's why you saw the Browns beat the Ravens earlier in the year. That's why you see 2 games between the Ravens and the Bengals this year that were 2 games of the year. They're always those type of games. And it just felt like last night might have been conducive to an AFC North type battle, where despite the fact Cincinnati was by far the better team, in my opinion, for the majority of the game, it just didn't matter.
Right.
But look at Cincinnati. If you can get after Joe Burrow, what I noticed, they had no answer for the blitz. When they were getting home on Burrow, they had nothing downfield. And that's why early in the game, they were kind of playing soft. Burrow picked them apart on that opening drive. They didn't score a touchdown the rest of the game, Rico. They were getting after Burrow. So there's ways to beat him. But
sure.
Man, you'd take me for a fool if you thought I'd sign up for Burrow before I signed up for a rookie Bo Nix or Tua coming off of an injury.
I mean, listen, the way you were talking about Bo Nix, you think that you'd want to see somebody else other than Bo Nix, because you're like, that's like another Josh Allen. I was like, I don't know if I want to face another Josh Allen if that's what you see. But anyway, either way, we got to I don't want to say be careful what we wish for, because this is a damn good team that we have. The Bills is a damn good team. I don't care who they bring. I think Josh is dialed in. He's been dialed in since week 1 of the season, and it's not going to change anytime soon. So love what I'm seeing for the Bills and what we're going to be facing potentially next week. Oh my gosh, next week.
Next week, baby. I cannot wait for it.
So here's the thing. There's a couple things I want to get off the that folks should know. So there's incentives that the Bills, some players on the team could attain. I'm not sure if you guys have seen this. I wanted to kind of share that with you guys. Check this out, man. So Von Miller, the guy that we've been, I don't know, it feels like we've been calling out Von Miller all year to say, like, when's the Von Miller that we need going to show up? And we've seen spurts of him. We've seen old Von. Ooh, he might be back. And then you get another game where you're like, yo, where Von at? And so it's one of those things. Well, listen, this guy's got a chance to make $1.5 million, and he gets 1 sack. And guess what? He is actually active today. The inactive list. I don't know if you can pull up the inactive list on your side.
Let me see if I can find it for you.
Yeah. So as you pull that up, so Von Miller, he gets a 1.5 mil check if he gets an incentive check if he gets one more sack. Mac Hollins, he needs 2 catches to earn $50,000. Man, get him those 2 catches early. Don't do that to him.
If anybody deserves, by the way, it's Mac Hollins deserves his extra $50K if you can get it for him, man. Not my man all year long, but doing the dirty work.
Not only can Mac Hollins make another $50K, Mac Hollins, if he gets 72 yards today, he gets $200K. So he can make $250,000 today alone with 2 catches and over 70 yards receiving. So 72 yards receiving. Get that to my man, Mac Hollins. Sam Martin.
That say that? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But did that say at the end that JA gets a $1.5 million for winning the MVP?
Oh, yes, you see it.
Wow.
If Josh Allen gets the MVP this year, he gets $1.5 million.
Did you know that?
I saw this clip 2 days ago, so I was like, oh, this is dope. So it's incentive to get that MVP. That's why we were talking about Pro Bowl. It's incentive to be a Pro Bowler. Get that Pro Bowler. So if he gets this MVP, $1.5 million. Epinesa, 2 more sacks, gets him $1 million.
Damn.
Cam Lewis. I really hope Cam Lewis can get this, right? If he plays a whole game, maybe it bumps it up a little bit. I'm sure it will. For you mathematicians that are out there, he needs to increase his defensive snaps percentage from 56% to 60%. And he gets, holy crow, $450K.
Wow.
Dude, he's going to play the whole game. So does 100% bring him up to over 60%? For you mathematicians out there, can he do it? Taron Johnson, 1 pick gets him in, but guess what? Taron Johnson is inactive today. Daquan Jones. Did I see Daquan Jones inactive?
Well, I got the inactives for you right here, Rico. I can pull them up.
Pop that sucker up.
Here are your inactives today for the Bills. So you have Terrell Johnson, as you mentioned, Amari Cooper not flying with the team. He's dealing with a family matter back at home. You got Terrell Bernard inactive, Christian Benford, Greg Rousseau. Dawkins inactive, I'm a little bit shocked by. I thought maybe we'd see a little bit of him early on, I guess, but it makes sense at the same time. Ed Oliver inactive and Daquan Jones inactive as well, Rico. That list is a little shorter than maybe I would have anticipated, though, I will say.
I mean, listen, there's only so much you can put on that list, baby.
That's true. That is true.
We got DQ. So Daquan Jones, he will not be able to get that $250K because he is inactive. Man, that would have been nice, man. Coach, put me in, man. Let me get half a sack. Let me try to at least.
Yeah.
So, and then Sam Martin. If good old Sam Martin can come in and get himself a punt inside the 20, that's $100K. So who tells you? I mean, these kickers, man, they're making some money. They're making some money.
Let's look at this, Rico. I got to tell you, the majority of these, I could see some possibility here. I mean, I really do think Mac Hollins is going to find himself getting a nice payday today. I could see him being a top target for Trubisky today, getting a couple catches for that 50, and I could see him potentially getting towards that 72-yard mark for what was it, 450 grand? Was it?
50K maybe.
Wow. So not bad there. Oh, 200 grand it was. I just saw. So 72 yards from Mac Hollins to get to 200 grand.
Right there. Yeah.
And then I could see a turnover from our boy Drake May. So maybe, if that goes in the right hands. And then you got to think Sam Martin's pinning him in the 20 at least once.
Sure.
So you got to think that he's getting 100 grand.
Okay, so Von Miller, you got him? One sack?
He's going to be going all out, Rico. I mean, listen, Rico, if you had one sack separating you from a $1.5 million, you got to be getting that, right?
Let me tell you what that reminds me of. If for those that remember Any Given Sunday, when Shark needed his bonus, he needed an incentive. He needed to get that one sack, right? To get that bonus, and he gets knocked out cold, and he wakes up and, did I get my money? Am I? Yo, this gives me Von Miller, Shark, Lawrence, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so that's pretty cool. So you say Von Miller gets his, Mac Hollins should get his. Sam Martin, do you think he gets his?
No, that's the easiest one, no question.
Okay, here we go. Taylor Rapp.
Man, that's tough. But like I said, I think we get one pick. Teron Johnson can't get his. He's inactive, so maybe Rapp winds up with it.
And let me see. The other one is AJ Epinesa, 2 sacks for AJ.
Wow, would that not be an awesome payday to get 2 sacks to get that clearance? That'd be crazy.
So listen, man, that's all we're waiting for. Josh, 1.5 mil can get him his bonus just to get that MVP. These voters got to get their act in and boom, get it going. So we shall see.
Speaking of these incentives, Rico, I've had a bit of a change of heart, I think, since we last talked. Right now on BetUS, still the line is -3 Buffalo Bills. Right now on BetUS, the over-under insanely low, by the way, 26.5, meaning that this game could finish like, what could it be? 17 to 24, and that winds up. Am I doing the math right? I'm not even doing the math right on that, am I? It could be like 26 to whatever 12, and it could cash. It could be a really low scoring game. But I'm seeing this -3 right now on BetUS, and guess what I'm going to do? If you're like me, I'm going to take the -3 on the Buffalo Bills. Using the YouTube 150 promo code on BetUS, it gets you 150% sign-up bonus up to $2,000 on your first deposit, 125% bonus on your next 2 after that. I had said the other day, Rico, that I thought the Bills were going to lose this one just based on them not playing their guys and the Bills kind of mailing it in a bit and the Patriots wanting to play maybe for pride. The more I think about it, this comes down to culture to me. And I think regardless of who's out there, I watched New England last week against those Chargers just get the doors blown off of them. It felt like they put everything in their power into that Bills game a couple of weeks ago because they knew they weren't playing for anything. But, man, if we can beat a Bills team with the 2 seed in the playoffs, that would go a long way towards building up a culture of our own here. That went by the wayside. They got destroyed by the Chargers. You got Drake May coming in here off of an injury. It's questionable as to whether or not he should have even been playing, but he's going to. I'm leaning Bills winning this game, Rico, with their B squad. I just think that the culture instilled in Buffalo, regardless of who's out there, edges out a team in New England who's going to be playing their starters.
You could be there because if you think about it, right? Let's go and I don't want to say break down the roster, but not really, right? So Mitch is going to get the start, and let's not forget Mitch was a former first rounder. He's had some success in this game. It's not like he can't play, right? It's not
he's an MVP, a Nickelodeon Most Valuable Player, which we cannot knock.
There you go, and it's not like he's Gordon Minshew, right? He can play. So then you have your old line. Cedric Van Prangranger is going to get some, and we've talked about him. Osiris Torrance is still in there. Connor McGovern is going to get some playing time. Tyler Grable, we need to see what he says. So that O-line is not a bad O-line to get going. Listen, Ray Davis, James Cook still running the ball. Now, he's probably not going to run too much, but it's going to be the Ray Davis, Ty Johnson show. Why not? You can run the ball. Quentin Morris, we love Quentin Morris. You're going to get a little bit of Dawson Knox for sure. And now here, Keon Coleman, Curtis Samuel, Khalil Shakir, Matt Collins. Listen, that's not a bad. Listen, we can still put some things together. Javon Solomon is a dog. You watch for this guy's name today. AJ Epinesa is going to be. This is very incentive based.
Yeah.
Just put it this way: people want their money, right? You don't think that AJ Epinesa is going to be busting his butt today? Von Miller,
no doubt,
is going to be going. I'm telling you. So I think I'm with you. Yo, slap me on that with that minus.
Are you in? So you're with me then? Because I'm telling you, in this, I had this thought even before seeing who was going to play today. I just thought that, man, these are guys too. Like when you think about the guys that are going to be getting the majority of the workload today, man, they want to go out and show up. You know what I mean? This isn't tiddlywinks. These guys are going to be going out there playing ball, man. And I'm looking at this roster. You could argue right now, Rico, the guys going out for Buffalo today, inactives be damned or playing time be damned. Is it not better than what New England's trying out on a weekly basis? I mean, I don't know. It's probably up for debate.
You might be throwing a little too much shade. But I will say this, though. If I'm Coach McDermott or I'm Coach whoever, hey, fellas, y'all got a job to do, number one. Number two, let's keep these boys from getting that number one pick, right? So, I mean, if we beat them, they gain the number one pick, but like at the same time, keep in mind, let's keep these boys from getting it. So if you got to rest, you're feeling tired, bro, you'll sit down a little bit and we might have to give the game up. So there might be some strategy and not allowing these guys to get that number one pick, because I do not want to see these boys jump in and get to, maybe Mel's playing today. Maybach, what's up, Maybach? Maybach is a Pats fan. He's got Joe Milton playing today. So, hey, what about Drake May? Drake May ain't going to start. You're going to sit him?
Oh, is that right? Is that like brand new?
Well, we'll see. We're about to find, because I know Joe Milton is the backup, so he might get some playing time depending on how things play out. But we can't.
Wow, Rico, 1 hour ago, just to confirm, Tom Pelissero says 1 hour ago that quarterback Drake May is active and expected to start. So I'm guessing maybe we see May, and then they might say, hey, we got that one seat on the line. Maybe we throw out Milton. Maybe that's the case.
That might be the case, man. So, I mean, listen, as much as most people might say, hey, I don't know if I'm going to watch this game. This might be something to watch. This might be something to watch for sure. So those are what I want to share with you guys. Defensive backs are going to be in. Obviously, Hamlin's going to be back in, so it'll be good to get him some juice. Kyrie Elam, Taylor Rapp, Cole Bishop. I'd like to see what Cole Bishop does today. Brandon Codrington, you're going to see a lot of him. And we'll see a lot of Jamarcus Ingram. So it'll be good to see a lot of depth players getting some play time today. So it'll be good.
I'll tell you this, Rico. Regardless of what happens in this game, you are going to catch me with a smile on the post-game show. I don't care what happens. Win, that ensures a 14-win season and a sweep of the AFC East. Lose, and the Patriots lose the 1 seed. You're not going to catch me tripping over anything that happens today in this game. No doubt.
So does that mean win or lose?
Win or lose, we're given, no doubt about it, win or lose, we are given an end of the regular season dance. If not for anything, we're dancing to celebrate what we saw from these Bills in 2024.
And you know what? I'm going to try to get a surprise guest on to dance with us. I don't know who.
Right.
I don't know who, but just for that short stint, you know what I mean? They're going to give us a little something. doing
the Wednesday Addams, a little bit of this. Why not? Why not?
Why not? So what? Game starts in about 4 minutes. I mean, listen, predictions. What do you got? Bold take? Give me a bold take. What do you got?
Bold take. The Bills are going.
Close. Oh. You said 13. I said 40, bro. We were close.
Dude. No, if you would have cashed that 40-0, you would have had to have gone crazy on that. You would have had to have never let anybody forget that you predicted that, because that's crazy.
When my man Shavers took it to the house, I was like, there it is.
Yes.
There it is.
Well, so speaking of Shavers, that's where I'm going to go with my bold take, because he was the 13th person to receive a touchdown this year for the Bills. And we know if there's one thing these boys are playing for today, it's their 14th touchdown receiver, which would break an NFL record. My bold take, they get that today. Even bolder take, Rico, I think it's going to be an offensive lineman. I think they are going to get into the red zone. And I think, knowing that this was a priority this week, I guarantee you Joe Brady has a play or two up his sleeve that's a little kooky that can allow them to break this record. That's my bold take. How about you?
I like the O-line getting a touchdown. You got to give the Hoggies some love. I mean, you saw the big interception by the big defense.
Oh my God.
Dude,
that was the best.
He was perfect. Dropped back in coverage, looked around, boom, interception. I really wanted him to rumble, but he was like, nah, bro.
Dude, he dropped like a sack of bricks, bro. He just fell to them. That was incredible.
He said, I don't got the cardio nor the knees to get all the way down to the end zone. So here's what I got. I think I might stick to it. It might be boring, but I'm going to stick to it. I think Reggie Gilliam gets his touchdown today. Just based on who the receivers are that are going to be playing on the field. Mac, Khalil, Curtis, Keon. Everyone. Did Curtis Samuel catch a touchdown this year? Yes, he has.
You know what? It's funny you say that. I think he's got one, but I was going to ask you that last episode because I wasn't entirely sure, because that would be the easy go here, I think.
It'd be the easy go. I mean, I can't see it. Or it might be Quentin Morris. Quentin Morris might get in there. Wait, did Quentin Morris score one?
Quinn Morris definitely scored. I know for a fact he did.
This is how effed up this is. I'm like, did Quinn Morris get one? Wait, we're all over the place. Yo, listen, Reggie, get your touchdown today, Reggie, and I'm going to stick to it. It's going to be a shovel pass right in there for Reggie. We get in the end zone. But I like the O lineman. Now, pick an O lineman. Which one is it?
Osiris Torrance gets the touchdown.
The guard.
Yeah.
The guard. I like that. I like it. I
think they're going to pull him. They're going to pull him. He's going to roll out. Biscuit's going to roll the other side, and they're going to hit him on the back end. That would be insane. I'd go nuts for that.
They just better make sure that they say, "Hey, It might be Alec Anderson.
Could be.
But I love it. If they put Osiris Torrance at the left tackle or right tackle and make him call in, oof, they're going to be waiting.
I love it.
They're going to be
I love it. What's your final score prediction today, Rico?
Final score prediction. You know what? I mean, the last time we played the Dolphins and we put our backups in, we absolutely destroyed them. But it was the Miami Dolphins. So I think we lose this game.
Okay.
I think we lose this game. Although I would love you -3, but I think we lose this game. And it's going to be something like 24-14. 24-14 Pats. I'll let y'all have that one.
Give me 21-17 Bills. I think they just slide it out. I don't know why I feel it. I just think that, I don't know. I got nothing for it other than a gut feeling. I just think the Bills end up beating them. And like I said, I'm going to be smiles either way. I will say, though, not going to lie, if I had to lean one way or the other, I wouldn't mind New England getting bounced out of that one spot. I'd be lying to you if I said I did. So I wouldn't hate it.
I kind of want it. So, I mean, listen, either way, folks, we are dancing whether we win or lose because guess what? The Bills have a potential to get 14 wins for the first time ever. That'd be dope. Mm-hmm. But you know what? We're sitting at the 2 seed and we'll be waiting. So we get to rest our guys. And Josh Allen continues his streak of playing all the way through without an injury since the last time he injured, I think it was his shoulder when Derek Anderson took over for him. So that is that. The game is just about to begin.
Yep. He's going for Brett Favre's number, baby. Josh Allen is for that starting streak, right?
That's our time. Listen, you guys join us afterwards. Join me first on the old Bleacher Report. And then we're going to get busy talking about Bills, the game, and, you know what I mean, potentially what takes over. And then the big game tonight. Vikings Lions. That's going to be a big one.
We can't wait. Enjoy the game, folks. We're going to see you afterwards. We'll talk then on your way out the door. Like button, subscribe button if you could, to push to 30K on our way to the Super Bowl. And then, of course, all the lines for today are up on BetUS as well. We will see you in a few hours post-game talking Bills Pats. Until then, much love. Enjoy the game. And go Bills.
Go Bills.